just check something. Wish I could like see my split screen, like see my chat. Just checks. Okay. Audio sounds pretty good. I might have the chat on my phone. Low-key, I would go live on Insta to promote my stream, but can't really multitask here. I'm gonna change this to all messages so I can see all the messages. Just be sure it situates here. I do have a Conquering Coasters land, but I want to make a new one. Like, I think I made this in like the hypothetical of like if the coaster is at California's Great America, which I'm yet to ever wear like bought or something. Hold on. Why isn't this? Okay, my stream is having a slight issue. My window capture is not capturing the right window. Let me, I'm gonna remove it actually. So, apologize for the technical difficulties. You know what, I'm just gonna capture my screen at this point. Cancel. Going to do a, or maybe does it need to be game capture? Capture any full screen application. I'm gonna put that below here. I'm gonna full screen this, see if it works.
Heyo.
Okay, wait. Oh, Loki was working. I don't know why it, it's probably just because my phone's aspect ratio, so it is full screen. Okay, we're chill, and then, you can't see, like, the person's face here, that's funny. I might change, can I change my character? Guess I don't have to worry about that. Edit avatar. My hair is a little outdated here, so wouldn't say it looks quite like that, but you know, a little closer. Maybe more like that, except probably not quite as long. Yeah, I'll just stick with that for now. That's why not. So, I do already have a Conquering Coasters land, but I think I made it as if, like... Let me see how I made this one. I want to make a new one from scratch. Like, I think I made this, like, off-stream or whatever. Let me check my, like, text for anything. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is, yeah, because this has all the, this has the California's Great America coasters. I, like, got them from, like, someplace else. This is, what was this? I guess I made a... RMC Hyper Hybrid here from the looks of it, because how big's the drop on this? 229-foot drop, so I made it pretty big, it looks like. Hi, love. Hello. So, since you're on the stream now, I was kind of waiting for you to join. Um, but I did want to show you something. I was going to show you. Um, but let me load a new park. I made this pretty much for you. But I'm going to make a new park in this stream. I made this park off stream, and I'll show you some of my work so far. So let me know what you think of it. Let's see. Okay, so I guess it's nighttime right now. I'm gonna let the park. I'm gonna speed up the time so the park can like come daylight. So this is Woodland Wonderland, I think, as you suggested. I low-key stayed up way too late at night working on this, but it was low-key. I feel like it's low-key worth it. I also worked on it a little bit today, so I'll give you a little tour. We've got this front entrance. We've got ATM here so people can get money, can get cash money to spend in the park. So we just got a little humble like fairy tale type of entrance here. Over here, looks like crowds have gone down. We've got a little like front entrance shopping and food area with a carousel at the front because you know any amusement park has to have that. So everything is kind of like whimsical, like fantasy theme. You've got coffee shop, restaurant. You've got this is where information booth where people are getting like priority passes, drink shops, etc. Bathrooms. Um, you've got like a gift shop, and then I'll show you this side of it. Right over here, we've got a mostly accurate, although there are some slight inaccuracies here, recreation of Great American Scream Machine at Six Flags Over Georgia. I did kind of eyeball certain parts of it, but the maximum height should be accurate, and I did kind of put it over a lake, but also surrounded it by a bunch more like oak trees. Also made it kind of like a green and brown color scheme, so let's see. I'll do like a POV of it when the train gets like when this train departs. This is by far the most popular ride in the park from what I can see. Like it's got a like a 24-minute wait time. That's probably accurate to like the in-game like or no, that's probably like more accurate to real life. Okay. Train's approaching the brake run, so this should be departing soon. We got a what I believe is a full train on this situation. So this turnaround I had to make a bit smaller because otherwise the train like almost stalled. So I'll put the test results up so you can like see like sort of the live data. Um, so I just try to make this like as classic as I could. I'll speed up the lift hill. Some areas might look empty, and that's because those are areas I plan to like expand. But yeah, anyway, this is the first drop. Got that little turn. What is up, Sewer Phantom? You have to build the greatest Florida coaster, SheiKra. Bro still thinks a B&M dive coaster is the best coaster in Florida. It is almost in my top 10 though, so it's close. But yeah, I think in my park I'll try to like make a good dive. Actually, no, I'm not gonna recreate SheiKra. I want to recreate the not even recreate. I want to create like probably a Giga Dive coaster, like you know how Six Flags Over Texas just opened theirs, like probably something with similar like specs to that. Right now, this isn't a park I'm making from scratch yet. I worked on this off stream. I made this park for Ariana, basically, but I want to create my own park on the stream. But I'm basically just kind of showing around this park. So yeah, you've got the almost replicated Great American Scream Machine. Bro, you're going to Six Flags Fiesta Texas in 3 days? Nice. That's awesome. I'm kind of wondering if later this year I should plan, like maybe around December, I might, I'm thinking about doing some sort of park trip to like Texas and or even Mexico, but like I don't know what I'll be able to afford by then. So, I'll have to plan it out, but like I definitely want to hit up the Texas parks because I want to go Six Flags Fiesta Texas and I want to go to SeaWorld San Antonio because they're both in San Antonio, and I'm actually technically a pass holder for all the SeaWorld parks, so I would be able to get into that. We've got a massive Ferris wheel, uh, and it's kind of like the one at Disney California Adventure where it has like the swinging. Where I said, bro, do not go to Mexico. I low-key just want to go there for Six Flags because they've low-key got some underrated coasters there. Um, like Superman El Ultimo Escape and what is it? Medusa Steel Coaster. But I definitely want to visit the Texas Six Flags park. Also, Ariana said Woodland Wonderland needs to become real. Um, yeah, it would be nice to have like a park like this. Um, Now I also added a wooden hyper coaster. I kind of made the layout inspired by like great coasters and international layouts, some like Thunderhead um, or Mystic Timbers, but on an even crazier, larger scale. Well, it's probably more similar to Thunderhead because of its very like twister layout, but you also have some really good airtime moments on this. Like, I think this pool's like minus 1.7 nav Gs. It's even got some pretty good intensity. The only thing that might be flawed about this one though is like it does get a little close to the track there, but um, it's fine. Um, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna wait for this train to depart. I think, yeah, a little bit after that is in the station. Okay, yeah, we'll do a little POV of. I just called this one Big. The other one I called Nature Run. I forgot to mention that, by the way. This ride is called Nature Run. This ride I just called Big because it's a big old wooden coaster. So that goes pretty high up. Let's see, quite nice looking. I appreciate that. I think I'm better. I think I'm better at making like wooden coasters in Planet Coaster. Um, just because it is hard to like bank certain turns and stuff, and it like kind of looks more natural in a wooden coaster. But anyway, this is the layout. Also, I do appreciate that both my coasters and my appearance looks good. Really appreciate that, Twin. Diana fully agrees with those statements, it looks like, which does make me pretty happy. I think if this coaster was built like, or something like this, it would be peak. Like, I think GCI is taking way too long to like hit up the perfect opportunity to make a hyper wooden coaster, because it's been done before. They made Son of Beast. It was only around for 9 years. But if RCCA, of all manufacturers, could do it, Great Coasters International or Gravity Group could probably pull something off like this. Like, they need to make like a hyper hybrid with like a twister layout like this. Like, I feel like that would actually be peak. Yeah, it's the break open there. Is this the 300 subscriber special? Kind of. Unless I should do anything else. I probably should have put that in the title. But just kind of wanted to start like a stream and make it a series. Also, I think I mentioned I made this a log flume. I called it Up the Creek, because why not? Also, one more coaster in the park. So far, we've got a family coaster here. This is called, I just called it Bugaboo because it's like, you've got like a little like bug here, like bug theming. None crazy, goes like 30 something feet high. I think like 37 feet. Has a sub 1,000 foot layout. Um, but yeah, you've got like just a couple helixes here, an upward like helix. Then you've got some like kind of like you've got um some pretty like hilly moments here. I'll do a test run on this because nobody's riding it. You said the buggy boo, yeah. So we can do a little front row POV here. Nighttime POV. Speed up this lift hill. If it does seem a little janky, that's because Planet Coaster profiling might be a little difficult. But yeah, otherwise, I'd say a pretty realistic like family coaster layout here. Um, Also kind of added the gimmick of like the tilted or kind of the turning lift hill. Maybe I should do a POV of the log flume just to show, just to kind of show that off. Let me let's see if this like departs soon. Okay. I might need to like sort of change the POV angle here. This is probably like your best bet. Go up a lift hill. Maybe I'll do live bet data too. Yeah. Kind of go through the trees. Have you used NL2 before? I downloaded like the free version, like the demo version, but I haven't used it that much. I need to like probably watch tutorials to use that, but so far like I find the best like, you know, I guess the programs I've been best at like, you know, designing coasters in would be uh this one, Planet Coaster, and for years I played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Obviously, that one's a lot more limited. Um, that that game is a lot more limited to design coasters in, but it is also pretty simple to design coaster layouts and even build parks with that. That's most of the POV there. From there, just kind of meanders its way to the station. So yeah, not a real long flume, but yeah. It's so hard to use NL2. I just like to mess around with already built coasters in the operations panel. Yeah, I should probably try doing that. Not gonna lie, I think that would probably be fun. Um, but yeah, basically, that is most of what I've got at this park so far, but I do want to create a new park, basically. So, I'm just gonna leave this at this. Hope you enjoyed that little, like, sort of walkthrough of the park that I made. Um, I try to make it pretty realistic. The only thing that's kind of unrealistic is I don't think they would design a large scale of a wooden coaster as I did like year 3. So yeah, but you know, close enough. Looks so lovely. I appreciate it. There's probably some things I still need to add, but yeah. I mentioned there is a Conquering Coasters land. I had made it a while back because like when they said like California's Great America would eventually close, I kind of made a park and added those coasters and other rides to it. But I want to make a new Conquering Coasters land. Wonder if I can rename it. I'm just gonna make a new park. I'm gonna make it in also kind of like a foresty area. I'm just gonna call it. Maybe I'll call it. Maybe I'll just call it Conquering Coasters Park. Or maybe I'll call it CC Land. I don't know. That's probably more dumb. Conquering Coasters Park. Yeah. Did I do it in deciduous? I think I did. Okay. Uh, y'all appreciate the park. I really appreciate that. Let me change my camera angle a little bit. I think because it's like you're conquering the rides. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie. I have to get ready to go to the gym. W Park, so have fun, brother. Appreciate that. Hit that late night gym sesh. Get them gains. So that's always a move. I will see you in the next one. Also, um, new vlog coming out this Saturday. My Six Flags Over Georgia vlog. So you're gonna have to. I'd appreciate if you check that out when it drops. So it will be a premiere, like a live premiere. I'm gonna do like a. I want to do kind of like a medieval theme. I might do a large fairy tale like castle entrance. Or what's this one? Or that's just sort of like that. No, I prefer this one. Just to kind of make it like grandiose, whereas the other one was more like, I guess I was kind of giving it more of like a charming vibe. Like I think it would be fitting if like the front of the park was like if you're conquering the coasters, like it's like conquering like you're like, you know, it's like a conquest or something. I don't know. Like just some I feel like the medieval theme would be fitting for it. So I'm just gonna put this here. That's such a good idea. Yeah, you see what I'm cooking up. Actually, this is a little high up. I need to use my move tool. Except it's low-key bugging out, so I'm not trying to deal with that. Yeah. Let's see, medieval, yeah. Really just for like the front entrance, like anything else, all the rides I might like theme sort of more loosely. Like it's not all gonna match that theme. I just feel like that would be like fitting for like the entrance or whatever. Yeah, okay. I think that should be a good spot. Um, and yeah, maybe I'll make the pathway kind of similar to what I did for the other park. I'll make it like a stone slab path. Just because it might be fitting. I don't know why that was different, but oh well. But yeah, we don't need to, I'm gonna start off like, I need to just at least start construction on like a first ride. Maybe I'll add like a sign here or something though. Or maybe it's under building. Oh, it's like lagging a bit. Oh, my CPU's doing okay. Sign. Just a big old sign, basically. Oh no. I guess I'll worry about that later. I'm worried it's still kind of like floating a tiny bit, and I don't really want it to float. That's not my personal preference. You know what? Let me see. I mean, I guess you can't really tell from what I'm seeing here. You can just kind of tell with this one, but I don't know. Damn, okay. Whole building, I'm gonna select the whole building, sort of. And I might move it down a little bit just for like realism's sake. Yeah, that's probably a little more sensical. Don't really know what the deal is here though. Actually, you know what? That might be an issue, so maybe let's not do that. Because I don't know why that like stuck that out underground. What kind of coaster should I build for like my first coaster? Like I'm thinking maybe just like I'm thinking about doing like an old school style like wooden coaster, like something that would probably be built in like the 70s, like probably something similar to Great American Scream Machine, but also like slightly different layout. Or maybe I could give it like a CCI style inspired design. So I might potentially do that, but I don't know. Time's at 10:45. Okay. You said yes. Okay. And that's a good idea. Like, looks like I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna do kind of like the classic, like with the classic PTC trains sort of deal. Um, I'll be sure to give this park a lot of foliage too. But that might wait. I might have to wait a little bit. So yeah, we'll rise off the ground. I guess 9 feet off the ground. So I'm just gonna kind of give it a little dip here. Maybe I'll extend the length of it. I'm not gonna make the lift hill very steep, just kind of add to the realism of it. Let's see. Let's see if that, like, works. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's, I'm gonna make it, like, a little over 100 feet tall, nothing crazy. Like, 111 is probably good height for it. And then I'll... Dang, okay. Yeah, so that now it's like right on the ground, it looks like. Yeah. Let's see how that looks. I might actually, let me like low-key smooth this out as well. Yeah, it hits 3G, so that's probably pretty realistic. I might give it like a little bit of like an airtime moment before, but hopefully that's not. I might actually extend that a little bit. Maybe I'll make it like I want it to be a solid airtime moment. Also, maybe I should smooth this out. Let's see how that look. How many? Okay. Let me get a better look at that. Just want to see how many negative G's that pulls. Maybe it'll be a classic Woody with like crazy airtime moments. I mean, it doesn't exceed 2, so I guess it makes sense. But realistically, it would probably be like, you know, probably not quite as crazy as that. So, curious how it looks if I make it. Okay, yeah. That's a little more accurate, I think. How does it look if it, like, goes up that height, basically? See, oh, pretty sunset, yeah. So the sunset and everything in the game. Okay. That probably makes sense. Maybe I'll do like a little slight turnaround moment. I'm gonna intentionally make this like not the smoothest layout. Just because that's how it probably would be. But I'll still kind of try to smoothen like this part out, I think. See how it like traverses that part. Yeah, that's probably about accurate. I think there's going to be some similarities between this and Great American Scream Machine, maybe. Maybe kind of like a mix of that and like the racer at Kings Island, but, you know, might not be exact. Maybe I'll take advantage of like the terrain here a little bit. Because how far can I build out? I can build out to, I need to check. I'm just gonna do this to see, just to see how far out I can build. In this direction. Okay, so I can build pretty far now. I might genuinely take advantage of the terrain here. Yeah. Okay, I might be cooking up now. I might be cooking something now. Maybe I'll just give it kind of a crazy incline or something. Because how insane would that moment be? I don't know how realistic it would be, but... Okay. That's kind of, that might be like low-key perfect force-wise. Yeah, maybe I'll give that like just like a really, actually no, it might not be as realistic. Okay, it does slow it down a little bit, but it's still fine. Okay, still hitting almost 40. miles an hour. So there's 3 people on the stream. I wonder who the other 2 are. Okay. Okay. Might smooth out this part a little. Then I'm gonna do that. So I guess the way I've kind of made this, you could say it is a terrain coaster, but technically it doesn't have to be. Like hypothetically, like say this was like relocated to like a flat park. For this section, you would just need to add more supports. Like you wouldn't need to, it doesn't need to interact with the terrain. I might make like an exclusively terrain-based layout for something though. Just to like have something drop off of here, maybe climb up that cliff and like drop off. Obviously, it's nothing crazy like the Six Flags Fiesta Texas like quarter wall, but you know, it's something. I might have not smoothed out this drop. I might need to do that still. Okay. Also, I guess at some point, because Josh suggested it earlier, I am going to need to create a dive coaster at some point. Maybe I'll like make it turn a little bit. Or maybe not. Or maybe I'll make it like turn this way. Actually, I might have already been doing that. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I should make this part like more extreme in a way. Yeah, that might be a move. I hate to leave all that empty space, but I don't know, maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can make something work with it. I don't know. But let me see if this, like, actually works. See kind of the airtime that provides. Okay. Yeah, it's a solid airtime pop in my opinion. realistically, it wouldn't be the smoothest layout, but, you know. Or no, it doesn't need to do all that. Yeah, that very much works. That might be a good little finale there. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. That's probably a decent finale, I guess. I'm trying to think what to call this. Maybe I'll look at the layout. We'll do a little test first. POV action here. I need to speed up this entire section. Check my... Let's see if I missed any notifications. I don't think so. Results. Okay. Those check out. Not gonna lie. Let me just edit a couple things here. Yeah, this is gonna have to be sped up. Me release speed, release acceleration there. There's nothing there. Cool. Yeah, just so I can make, like, you know, the block zone accurate. And yeah. I'm trying to think what I should call this. I'm gonna call this one the Rumbler, just because it do be rumbling. No. Not really crazy. Or maybe I should give it, I'm curious if I should give it something like a medieval kind of name, but I don't know. Let's see. I might actually call it Knight's Quest. Just because it's kind of that vibe. Maybe I'll make the trains gray. Let me stop it. Car color. Almost like, you know, that sort of knight in shining armor vibe, I guess. I don't know. Type of situation. Oh. Oh, I gotta change this one. That's what it is. Just make it all the same color. Yeah. I'll give the right operator, you know, similar colors. Yeah. And then I need to actually like block the ride, so let me create those necessary block zones here. Let's see. Gotta like time it out accurately. You're my knight in shining armor. You're so sweet. You're my princess. Does look kind of interesting along the wooden track. The thing is, I need to create the block zones so I can accurately run 2 trains on this ride. If it runs just one train past, it's going to be terrible. And if the block zones aren't accurate, it's going to be getting stuck on the lift hill all the time, which is not preferred when running a park, so just trying to avoid that situation. Let's see. Let me see. So that's says 55 seconds, so I'm going to round that to a minute. So I'm going to say, let's make the minimum time 70 seconds, and if that causes issues, we'll add another, like, we're going to add another probably 10 seconds to it. So let's add a second train, so that will sit on this block zone. Don't know what block zones are. Watch an El Toro Ryan video. Let's see. So I'm going to speed this up just to see, and let me set the lighting so, like, you know, it doesn't go too dark on me. Okay, first test run, that looks good. Or did I make it 70 seconds? I did. I don't know why this happens. I literally set the minimum time. So, yeah, I don't want that stuck on the lift hill. So let's add another 10 seconds to that. So we're going to do 80 seconds minimum. Also, I probably don't want this taking more than 3 minutes to leave the station, all things considered. Okay, yeah, so it is sitting on that brake for a little bit, but I mean, it's fine, because, you know, Again, I don't want the train to get stuck on the lift hill or, you know, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why it does that in the game, low-key. Like, you change it 10 seconds and it makes like that big of a difference. So, I don't know what the deal is there. What if I reset it to, and I'm sorry if this is like adding time, but what if I reset it to just 70 seconds? Will it cause the same issue or no? Okay, first test run is successful. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Because it stops. I'm gonna run it one more time, one more cycle, before kind of moving on here. Just in case it does that weird thing again where it tries to dispatch early. Yeah, so this way, as this is approaching the block section, it can, this can dispatch and be on the lift hill. And this is already past that block zone, so yeah, that works. I'm thinking maybe I should make like a lake around here. Because I don't know what else I'm gonna like fill this with. Unless I make people walk under the ride, so I probably took up too much space, too much more space there than I should have, but I don't know, maybe I can change that eventually. I need to sculpt it though. I need to sculpt it first. I'm gonna up the size of this. So, yeah, in this case, we're kind of making it similar in that regard to Great American Spring Machine, but it's alright. Yeah, but I don't want to change like the landscape up there. That's my only concern. But I do want to make like a big lake here type of deal. Might not be quite fully even, but it's fine. I think if I should up the... I'm gonna up the intensity a little bit. Okay. Here we go. And let's add calm water. Yeah, that works. Maybe I'll make this a little more even there. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so now you're kind of going over the water here. So that makes sense. Okay, maybe I'll add some trees around it too, but I might do that later. Kind of curious about something. How high is this? Look, let's just use this little track. Let's see, so let's say something that can, like, sort of fit there. So that's almost 100 feet high. So maybe it would have been more fitting if I had done that for, like, the coaster layout, but I don't know. Are there any other, like, sort of cliffs or anything? There is something here in, like, the back of the park, but I don't know if it's beyond, like, the limit. Oh, it's actually not. Oh, I could cook with that later on. That has potential. Do you want to add, like, maybe one more big coaster? I mean, hypothetically, I could see a dive coaster coming out of here, but it's going to be a very small scale one. Like, So beautiful. I appreciate that. You're really beautiful. Kind of thinking how I might cook here. What if we made a dive coaster that like started off high up? Or maybe I'll just maybe I'll just go right off the get-go here. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm just looking at a hypothetical here. I'm probably not going to... Oh, that's actually a little smaller than I thought, but... Oh, it's probably that height because, of the situation there. Okay, probably want to move that a little closer. Maybe I'm just looking at a hypothetical. I might not make this like... might not start off with something like this. Okay. I still want to move it like just a tad bit closer. Okay, Theme Park Tycoon 2 is a good ride on the like a good game on Roblox. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've probably played a little bit of it, but I don't remember. But this is usually where I like create kind of mock coaster designs. Is in Planet Coaster. I also grew up playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, so that's also a cool one. So yeah, that's about as much as we're gonna like ride that like surface there. Might expand this a little bit to do like a little turn. Problem is it's a little difficult to do really because of the way the terrain kind of is there. How fast would that go? Just curious. Try build Oblivion. I don't know if I can like... I might need to like build underground if I do like underground in this game. I want to make a coaster that kind of like takes advantage of this though. So it might not be a dive coaster, I was just seeing the hypothetical of it, but this would be a... Problem is, it's just a little problematic on the dive. Yeah. So we're not going to do that. I am going to make a dive coaster at some point, though. Another friend of mine suggested that I create something similar to Shikra. I might actually create something similar to, like, Tormenta Rampaging Run, just because it's such a big ride. Basically, I made, like, a classic PTC kind of layout here. Also goes over the water a little bit. So... it's probably going to be one of the opening day attractions. I probably just need to add like a family coaster of some sort. So I'm going to do like, I think a dragon coaster would be like fitting. I don't know if maybe I will use a train that long. And maybe I'll have it like sort of climb up where this tower is. Type of deal. Might make this like 6 miles an hour. Or maybe I'll just make it like that high. Maybe I'll do something like that. Do a slight banking offset there. Maybe smooth that out with the turn there. How would that look on with this big old train? Also, I might need to add like a catwalk here. Just a small one. Oh, I need to eliminate that sort of situation. So it's kind of a faster moment there. No. Or maybe I'll make it just a little smaller. Gonna go to sleep? Okay. Let me see. Let me pause the game. Trying to think. I'm going to maybe pause the stream here. Yeah. And what was the desktop audio at? It was at like -25. I'm gonna turn this down, so just one. Okay. Why is it not showing my game now? Let me, capture any full screen application. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's paused. Okay, I'm gonna go back in my game and see if that changes anything. See if that works. Okay, we're back. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I paused this. Okay. Okay, maybe I should make that a little more angled. See if that's like sort of cooking. Is it like that? this needs to be, yeah, that angle looks a lot better. Maybe I'll make this, maybe I'll slow it down to like 10 miles an hour. Okay. Little dragon, I might call it. Let's see how it rides. Look in the last car. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that looks solid. Now let's make this entry right. I might just do the entrance like that. Entry right, exit right. Yeah, there we go. Also, let me change something. Exit speed should be like 6 miles an hour. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe might change the train design actually. Let's see. Might just make it like a green color. Should be like white or green and white maybe. Maybe green, white, and like gold sort of deal. Track color might do kind of a similar vibe here. No, that might be a green color. Should it be gold or should it be white? I might do gold. Okay. I'll probably make it like a little forested so that it's like for back row riders. We have kind of a near miss there, it looks like, yeah. Yeah, okay. That looks about right. Okay, maybe we'll just open with those two directions. Okay, let's make the entrance and exit ramps. You gotta have kind of like cross sections in the queue, typically. And I'm planning to add a priority pass queue when the time comes as well. Okay. Yeah, this is just currently testing, so that's good. Do I want it to, let me, I kinda wanna change it to like a entry left, exit right type of deal. That's probably a little better. Let's see, and I still have everything set up right? I think so. Just be sure it doesn't like mess up with like the block zones. Okay. Now this is very dumb. Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing it this time, so that's good. I don't know why it does that. Genuinely don't know why it does that. Sometimes. Got a notification for something. No, I can't see it. Okay. Let me go back into this situation. Okay. Oh, I'm still in fast forward. Okay. Cool. That situation sorted. Guess I might also do like a stone slab queue. Oh yeah, I need to place my entrance and exit here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's probably good enough right there. Okay. Okay. That's obstructed. I didn't realize that. I thought that was enough height, but doesn't look like it, so I'm going to change this. This could get slightly messed up though. I'm gonna change it back to an entry left, exit left kind of deal. Oh, but that does pose a new issue. It poses an issue with the path I created. Okay, let me just Command Z a bunch of things. Okay. I'm forgetting how to delete path in this game. I'm sure I could just look it up. Shoot, I messed up. I actually messed up. Oh wait. Yeah, I messed up. Let me look this up. Path tool. Paths. Right click. Okay. 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 That should be a lot better now. Okay. Yeah, so we got that entrance. I might reposition the entrance to be like here. And perhaps my exit will like more so like line up here. Trying to think how this would work with like a priority pass queue. Maybe I think I have an idea of how this could work. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that should be the move there. Yeah, there we go. And we probably need to have some sort of like fraction here. We'll just do your typical carousel type of situation here. Okay. Might need an entrance here and an exit here. Yeah, maybe I'll just attach it like that. And then maybe... Wait, so can I still have that there though? Okay, we can. We got that. Yeah, maybe that's where like the path sort of diverges. I've been checking chat. No new messages though. And yeah, add some shops, stuff. Definitely need a restroom somewhere. I might do a restroom outside of the park too. Or maybe I'll do just something like this. Yeah. That should work. Yeah. That's probably best bet there. And perhaps I'll add in ATM. No, I can't do that. Yeah. Oh well. I'll do another restroom inside of the park. Just to get that settled first thing. Yeah, add a little food shop here. To connect these as well. Hello, loop-de-loop coasters. Welcome to the stream. I don't know why I can't do that. That's kind of dumb. Okay, that works. Got that sorted. Okay, there we go. Currently I'm making an amusement park, as you can probably tell. Yeah. Use the grid tool, it helps. Yeah, yeah. I know that helps with like the building. I think I'm fine right now though, like I'm just placing some of these shops down. Yeah. Let me I'll just have them at whatever they're priced at. Probably need first aid place. What does the first aid place look like? Just looks like that. Might place it over here. Okay. I'm just gonna have that operating zone. And put in staff management place as well. What's under, like, custom for small attractions? Oh, I could do claw machines, okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna do it kind of separate from everything. Shoot, I'm like stuck here. Okay. And I'll also connect it here, because why not? I'll use this for, I'll do this one as learning. Actually, no, I might do this one as a staff healthcare. Okay. Trying to think. What else should I add? Shops and facilities. That. Or should I add a drink shop too? Yeah, doing a little coffee shop there. And then maybe like full-fledged restaurants. Yeah, that might have to go elsewhere because this doesn't really match the theming. Yeah. And then I might need to add like foliage and stuff. I just add like oak trees all around. Yeah, probably just do that. I'll probably do that on this side too. Oak tree there. Yeah, that should be the run. Start putting oak trees around the park pretty much. Alright, actually let me do... Let's see, we've got all the restaurants and stuff here. I need to add some, like, benches and stuff so people can eat. Yeah, I don't know why this won't go on the literal path. There we go. So people can eat. I need to add other benches throughout the park too. I'll just do these like these kind of benches. Then I'll do a bench here. Do benches here. And here. And I need to add bins too, so people aren't littering all over the place. Okay, we're back. Probably not for too long though. All things considered. Oh, why did I exit that? Okay. It's probably not gonna be too much longer on the stream, but we're still gonna run it. I think I was in the middle of placing trash cans down. Okay. Trash can here. Trash can here as well. Lamp. I should do these old school type of lamps here. No. Just sort of keep it going. Maybe I'll add another bin here. More lamps here. I just realized I need to not set the lighting here. Okay. Oh, I just realized I need to add a facility here. I should add an info booth. Print. Information booth right here. Scenery. Need to add a bin. Lamps around here is absolutely a necessity. Yeah. Now let's add more trees. Yeah, let's make it, as you can tell, I'm making it very foresty. I should probably do the same on this side. Wait, no, I don't want to block that too much. Oh wait, no, I would, because realistically priority pass Q would go that way. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. Priority passes I'm going to sell for $15. Now let's make the priority pass queues. Enable priority pass. Okay. And have them enter here. And exit here. Wherever possible. There we go. Should work. Add some more lamps. Oh, that would be under here. There we go. That should be perfect. Now let's do the same on the other rides that are in the park right now. Okay, entrance is going to be here. Exit is going to be somewhere up here. Yeah, that's a good bet. And now I'm like stuck. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll do more. Maybe I'll expand the lake a bit. Oh, might have overdone it slightly. Yeah, there we go. Add more scenery, more trees. Okay, might be good, like surrounding trees and stuff. Yeah, that should work. Add more like little trees in places. Yeah, should be good tree, pretty good tree placement. Might keep part of this pathway open, but I don't know. I need to add trees around here. It's hard to like get it really in there. Just stick like a little tree here. I don't know how like exactly realistic this is, but you know, I think it still makes sense for the design. Hopefully I'm not putting that like too close or anything. Just want to keep it kind of like forested. Okay, perhaps this park will be ready for opening. I just need to hire some people. Some entertainers too. Do some king coasters. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at ticket prices in hours. Or no, I think we'll be open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. I say 40 is standard admission. Price per child should be 30. And then perhaps I'll. Oh yeah, it's already open. I should have left it closed, but yeah, we're gonna officially open all the rides now. Be sure, yeah. Okay, we're chilling on that. Alright, now we've got our opening day attractions situated. And I know there's only foliage in some areas. That's because there is plans to expand. A lot of litter in the park. That is unfortunate. I did add bins, but seems to be the case. I probably need to add another. When it's considered, I should probably add another staff management building. Just for good measure. Maybe I'll kind of keep it tucked away, sort of. Maybe I'll attach it here, and I'll just slightly move this. Yeah, here we go. Put 10 here. Perk will make it learning resources. Can I add a bin at the other one? I probably should. so far this seems to be getting a few riders. Take a look, we've had 18 guests so far for this ride. No one's ridden this one yet, but looks like people are gonna. About making a ride that like goes up here. Maybe I'll do like a launch coaster of sorts. Or I don't know, maybe not yet. Maybe I'll do like an old school looping coaster. Maybe that's realistic. Here. Just make that one. See how that goes. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a slight dilemma. How will that, like, look if we did that? Realistically speaking. So I would go about 50-ish miles per hour. Maybe I'll make it less steep. crazy would that drop be? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Probably be a solid loop height. Yeah, good intensity on the loop there. I might expand the station also. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Oh, we don't need that many. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll just do smaller loop there. Maybe I'll just make it a little smaller. Did I smooth this out good? I'm pretty sure I did. See, I'm gonna speed that up a little. Maybe I'll make this corkscrew just a tad bit bigger. Okay, maybe I need to remove a couple trees. Just to make room for this sort of turnaround here. Oh, okay, that's actually not the best course of action there. Yeah, there we go. Maybe this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, might be better. Way more religious. Be pretty good. See, yeah, that should be a pretty solid layout just for like kind of a classic era looper, and it's even got kind of a custom lamp compared to like what a lot of like loopers of its time would have. So I think that's a good move. Maybe I'll add a catwalk here. Not that it's needed, but I don't know. Just could be a good move. Change something also. What's the chain lift speed? That's 6. Okay, exit speed. Entry speed, I'm just gonna do 8. Okay, cool. Okay, speed this up a bit. Intense loop there. Okay. Should work. Okay. Maybe I'll just reprofile one particular section. That might be this one. Smooth it out. Yeah, okay. That might be something I need to see what like the test results are. See, you get a little off-road footage here. So we're able to kind of dive off the wall a little bit. Yeah, so normally with these layouts you would have like a double corkscrew. This instead is like a double loop and a single corkscrew, so that's pretty interesting. Let me see what we got. Could do 1 miles an hour, drop height 83 feet. That checks out. So that's probably like at least a like 90 to 100 feet, probably about 100 feet maybe. Probably pretty close to the wooden coaster in height. All things considered. Okay, and I'll just leave that as testing for now. It's still a work in progress, but I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Or I guess I'll check how some of the rides are doing in terms of like guests and stuff like that. Could be a little hard to navigate with the way the zooming is. I'm surprised this isn't getting like a crazy amount of attention here. Oh, that's because this ride is stealing it all. Family, everyone's in line for the family coaster. Yeah. Park management. Guess we're not making any profit yet. That's unfortunate, but I guess we'll get there. Fail to pick any pockets at this park. It is hilarious. People just trying to snatch out things. Yeah, so we got a PTC Woody and we've got an under construction or work in progress arrow looper right here. Maybe I'll run like the block zones real quick on it. So let's restart the test run. Actually, I low-key didn't even have to do that. I'll probably call this like Cliff Diver or something simple like that. Okay, 48, I'll round up to 50. Plus 10 seconds. I'll do... Actually, yeah. So what do I have this one at? 70? Maybe for this one I'll just do 60. It's low-key already at, anyway. Section 2 trains. Okay. That's good timing there. Okay, let's retry this because this is clearly not doing what I want it to. Okay, we'll do this for one more test run. Okay, that's good. So it seems to be working out. Let's call this like cliff diver. If I just black out the cars. Yeah, can barely tell it's there. Or maybe it needs to be these kind of cars. Maybe I'll just black out the track. Yeah, that should work. Does kind of look like Ninja at Six Flags St. Louis, though. Funny enough. Okay. 4, 5, 6. That's good. Not a good thing they got caught. Okay, I think I'll just call that a wrap for now. Let me delete some stuff. Alright, well that's gonna be all for this stream. I hope y'all enjoyed. Haven't already, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Sure to turn on post notifications for more theme park related content. And I'll probably do more of these live streams or more Planet Coaster related content. So yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye guys. Just exit out of that.